Go to one who hired you to collect your reward. Oh, that's it. Alright. For some reason I thought that, like I didn't bother checking over there. I was just thinking, ah, I'm sure there's something I have to gather. We'll just pretend that ignited a bridge and we'll burn everything down. Okay. We'll go do Open Sesame. Oh, actually, I think there's something of note during this. Okay, you can buy Viper school gear. What did I just say? I don't know. You can get a Viper Skull gear. You can also oh, that's cute. And there's also a Gwent thing where you get a Gontaro dim card. There's also 3 things you can bid on. Starting out over the Pontar, it goes for 20 or 60 if you have to outbid a guy. If for 300, you get a eagle statue that gives you a treasure hunt, and you can also get a pair of spectacles from the professor. And there's different people you can recruit during this. Apparently there's a ton of references during this. The painting The Battle of the Angari is a reference to Leonardo da Vinci. The Spice Merchant is an obvious reference to Vermeer, another painter. Starting out over the Pontar is a reference to Van Gogh. There's a goblet of fire in the display case, Harry Potter. The falcon statuette is a Maltese falcon. An armored gauntlet with circles and knuckles, and in the center of the hand is a reference to the Infinity Gauntlet. I'm just reading this off the wiki. You can get into a fist fight with the guards, and one of the guards will say, "And your mom smells like gooseberries." It's a Python reference. And in conversation with Hilbert, the phrase "wink wink nudge 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 wink wink" comes up, which is another Monty Python bit. Okay, so we can get a Viper steel sword in one of the vaults. We can also, in a secret basement, find a full set of New Moon armor. That's odd. The magic version of New Moon armor gives you... you get it from different ways. The magic and relic iteration of it are loot, but the master iteration, so mid-tier, between the two, is gotten from the quest. Interesting. The relic version is interesting. It's medium armor, sadly. Gives you 10% bonus gold. And its item ID is down as thief armor. The magic tier of it gives plus 1% to Igni sign intensity. The master iteration is this. It also gives 25% to bludgeoning damage. 25% resistance to bludgeoning damage and 30% resistance to slashing. The master iteration is 15% to bludgeoning, 25% to slashing. It's noticeably weaker. And here I thought master was better than magic. Well, relic is 30 to bludgeoning, 35 to slashing, 20% to critical hit damage bonus, 5% to critical chance, and then the 10% bonus gold with 2 slots on it. Anyway, so yeah, open sesame, I need to have a bit of cash. I'm going to stop by a merchant on the way and sell off a few bits. So I'm not riding all the way across country. I could stop by Brunwich here. Should have a merchant here too. To be fair, I might need to visit a few merchants. And I think I'll be content in getting anything for the items I have to sell, than just particularly seeking out like the correct vendors. Actually, I don't think they have anyone, which is odd, but I don't have any notifications up. If you plan on traversing Dead White Wood, the one near the ruins of Arkenstone Castle, forget about it. Let's add on half a league and go around. It's for your own good, for nor you nor no man else we'd any good in that place. All souls who yearn to banish foul forces from their mists, come gather around the upper mill. Ernest Greco, a wandering man of spiritual powers who accessed the ghost of the alderman's wife, who harries her lands and has clearly claimed her chapel as her own. If you do come to pray with Reverend Greco, remember to bring your own candles. Steer clear of Heya. The monster spiders have woven webs around the village of Heya. Because of barren, the beasts are ravenous, but not for flies, as befitting their kind, but for flesh. Well, flies have flesh, but whatever. If any wandering monster reads this notice, please stop by. You should be rewarded for your troubles if you clear the Heya of the Scourge. Thief robber. Be warned, there's a rascal about. He claims he's a war hero who lost a kidney and begs for alms. No more than 2 days passed, I sheltered him in my home in good faith. Next day I found he'd eaten my larder bare, and had sniffed out where I kept the wine and drank every last drop. Had half a barrel left, and no clue how he fit it all in his scrawny belly. Plus my daughter claims he fondled her during the night, with both hands too. This slang scoundrel said his name was Odrin, but who the devil knows what he's truly called. Fair folk, by the order of the Honourable Sir Siegfried de Love, levies to be raised from all villages in this region. Each household is to give 1/5 of their good and cattle. In exchange, our order will protect them from the vagrants which never fail to prowl the lands in times of war. Accept this levy with understanding, and there won't be any unfortunate incidences. Someone has vandalized the parchment with a vulgar drawing and several offensive remarks about the Knights of the Order and their mothers. Quick Willie, for mighty tourists. Best meet around. Any man who considers himself a fine judge of fine drinks, come see Bill, better known as Quick Willie. This summer's been a warm one and the meadows are abloom, so we have a bumper crop of honey. Whether it's double mead you crave or yearning for a triple, Quick Willie's got you covered. Oh, I love me a Quick Willie. Okay.
What can I get you? Have everything from apples to Xander. What can I do with you for? If I ain't got it today, say the word and I'll have it tomorrow.
Let me see. Might pick something.
It's a trophy. 15% bonus gold. Nice. Toss that on.
So long.
Presumably from kills, but let's stick this on now anyway.
What can I do with you for? If I ain't got it today.
Let me see.
Alright. To be honest, I don't want any of this stuff. Oh, he's already out of money. Oh, wow. Relics.
So long.
Any news from Zena?
I remind you, a soldier's to stand erect, test protruding with pride.
I'd be prouder to stick something else out.
Yet more impertinent. Mark my words, I'll put it in my report.
Oh.
This the Brasodi Brothers auction house?
Seems it.
Private Kleiner, you're on duty. Need I remind you, fraternising with civilians is not allowed. Purpose of your visit?
Just curious. Redanian army regulars, right?
Lance Corporal Václav reporting, and this bloke's my subordinate, Private Kleiner.
Careful you don't piss yourself out of excitement.
You say something, soldier.
Not a thing.
Shouldn't you be somewhere? There's a war on, you know.
We was transferred here. All official. Written order 76 CWX. Mission, guard the auction house. Priority, high. Top, in fact.
Borsodi fella knows his way about the court. Helps the high rankings sell their war booty. Gets protection in return.
Private Kleiner, that's confidential military information.
That they tell to anyone standing on guard. I know, it's just like if... I know, and some of us for kind of figuring that, you know, these were just pawns sent to, like, here, guard this point, and, you know, just not told. But, apparently they didn't tell everyone their secrets.
Any of the owners home?
Meaning the one and sole owner, the esteemed host Besodi? Aye, he is.
Need to talk to him.
Order 76 CWX is clear. Auctions only open to folk with invitations. Writ out in their names, plain and simple.
Gonna let that hold you back? Come on.
I'm afraid you're out of luck. Order 76 CWX, also held that Lance Corporal Václav stick a broomstick up his arse.
Kleiner, need I remind you of the penalty for insulting a superior?
Who have we here? Geralt, the Witcher of Rivia.
Vimy Vivaldi, the banker from... Actually, where are you from?
Matters little, mate. Gold knows no boundaries. What's all the fash, Corporal Václav? Are you squabbling with my pal Geralt?
Master Vivaldi, sir, your esteemed associate, he weren't invited to the auction, and I've...
But I plough and have been, and he's coming with me. In you go, Geralt.
Pays to have buddies.
But my orders...
Fuck your orders. Need I take this up with the sergeant? Ha! I thought not. Now, stand to attention and shut your giggy.
Oh, the lads will be rolling back at the barracks.
Sut it! Now march! Round you go! 1, 2, 1, 2!
Appreciate the help.
Just note, always had a mind to seeing to old pals and clients.
Business with you's a pure pleasure, Vimy.
The dear departed wifey claimed the same. Ah ha! Folk are assembling. Auction's about to start. Time we went upstairs.
What did folk come to bid on? Any idea?
All kinds of valuables. Rare weaponry, exotica. But I've got my eye on a selection of canvases by the master portraitists of the Maribor School. Van de Nieuw, Longendijk.
Well, well. Never knew you to be a connoisseur.
Of course I'm not. It's all muck and rubbish to me. Point of fact, I'll just wrap 'em in paper and lock 'em in the vault.
Why in the world do...
What do you mean, why, Geralt? I've got to diversify my investments, didn't I?
Just buying them to sell them off when they're worth a lot more. Presumably when the painters are dead, if they aren't already.
Could have sworn the Borsodi's auction house was in Novigrad.
There was, but they moved it. You see, Radovid offered Horst a preferential tax rate. 0%.
Huh. Pretty much unbeatable.
Aye. And I've nae seen a purer example of the benevolent state.
No, it can be beaten. At -1% tax rate, they pay you 1% of the tax you should be paying.
Actually, I'm really just here to talk to Horst Borsodi.
Oh, might be more of a problem than you'd expect.
Because?
An awful hermit, that one. Not a wee bit like his da, military keep his soul. But Horst is like to show his heed during the auction. I'll introduce you then.
Be mighty indebted to you.
Think nothing of it. Only if I collect on loans and promissory notes. Alright, up we go.
I like this guy. I wish we saw more of him.
White gold and mother of pearl with topaz insets. Sold
From the collection of the mage Aramis.
Dress of harky silk trimmed with amethyst beads.
Oh, it's a...
At a starting price
T-
of 2,000 crowns.
It looks like a stone chiseled to look like cheese.
Codex Redaniensis. Sole surviving copy. Zeracanian spears. Excellent adornments for any parlor wall. Good to know. Goblet of fire. Wonder what it is. A giant's. Or maybe a Jotun's.
Baba's egg, white gold, mother of pearl with topaz
Beautiful.
insets.
But first blow would shatter them.
Dress of harky silk trimmed with amethyst beads. At a starting
Oh,
price
it's-
of 2,000 crowns.
One seems at all pushed about
Where
that.
did I put that gavel?
Geralt, you thought of buying this?
Lovely sculpture. Probably end up adorning somebody's garden.
Oh, whoops. Kind of interrupt that cutscene.
Oh,
Or that
smell it,
conversation.
Geralt. the center coin.
Can I save scum that? I'm sorry, I'm obsessive. If you've been watching me this long, or if you've watched me at all, you know I'm obsessive.
The wild hunt could be defeated with exceptionally powerful magic, so Triss and Yen set out to reconvene the Lodge of Sorceresses. Avalach, too, began to lay plans of his own. The elven sage decided to erode the King of the Hunt's support in his own realm. With Geralt in tow, he ventured through other worlds to the city of Tirnalia. There they found Eredin's viceroy, Gels. Gels had been a loyal subject of the Older Folk's previous king. When he learned Eredin was a regicide, he agreed to help defeat the usurper.
Well, his agreement was just simply, I'm not gonna help him.
Egg, gold, and mother of pearl.
Geralt, you thought of buying real estate. Could get you attractive terms on a mortgage.
No such thing as attractive loan terms, Vimy.
What about in Kaveri marks?
Come on. You know damn well that makes no sense.
Tons.
Auction won't start for a time yet, it seems.
Vimy, this is a banquet.
Aye? And?
I detest banquets. Vacuous conversation, food portions fit for a mouse, drinks that taste like piss.
Ah, it won't all be bad. Let me introduce you to some of my most interesting associates. Old hen there is Countess Mignole. Wager you'll have plenty to blather about with her. Prick in the corner's Hilbert. New coin, that one. Came into a right fortune playing quite. Ah, there's Yarmir, art dealer. A purer snob I've never known. But he knows paintings like no other. So, ready to chat someone up? It's not fitting for us to stand here like knobs.
Okay, there's 3 of them.
Oh, smell it, Geralt. Center coin.
Her and him I have to talk to. Third guy, I don't think offers anything.
Greetings to the Honourable Countess. Madam, allow me to introduce my dear friend, Geralt of Rivia.
Witcher of the School of the Wolf.
Forgive me, but have we had the pleasure?
No, but your guild is unmistakable. Your medallion.
Take note, Geralt. Countess Mignole is an eminent collector of Vitaminaica.
Vitamin... what now?
All manner of objects related to the witcherly profession. Swords, gear, medallions.
Huh. Given the general discontent people have towards witchers, it's interesting to find a fangirl.
Mind if I ask how the Countess became interested in us, humble monster slayers?
I've some pleasant associations, dating from my oh-so-distant youth.
Didn't you say such things, Countess? You look right fetching to me.
That's very kind, Master Vivaldi. But apart from my Vitaminaica, I also own a number of mirrors.
Your most prized piece, what would it be?
An armor element, an antique, School of the Wolf, from 1234.
Classic. Is it up for sale?
I fear not. It's a memento, one of great sentimental value.
But perhaps the Countess has got other Witcher curios she's willing to part with. Or acquire. Perhaps she could trade. I'd charge 5%. A modest transaction fee.
Always trying to make a bit of money.
Vimy, never seen anyone so good at laying their mitts on coin that clinked within earshot. But what the hell? See if we can't make a deal.
I can't sell back to her. Yes. actually. Let's not sell the ornate stuff. There we go. Oh, sensor. Oh yeah, if you combine these two, or socket those two together, you get some benefit. Can't remember what it was. Yeah, you get a sword with two sockets. You put them together and you get some benefit. The food thing, I think, or maybe you fused them. I honestly don't remember. I think that's... I want to sell a little more. Just want to make it have a little buffer in case I need, you know, because I don't know how much I need to have for the auctions. There, got I think the full Viper set.
Does the Countess have her eye on anything particular today?
No, but Horst Borsodi insisted he would put up something that would be of interest.
Did he happen to say what it was?
No. Oh, you know what he's like. A walking enigma. On another topic, Master Geralt, I was wondering if you'd be willing to help a lady in need.
Depends on the nature of the need.
Oh, it's quite the trifle. I stepped out onto the balcony a moment ago. I dropped an earring while there. I couldn't find it. It must have fallen through the floorboards. Perhaps you, with your cat eyes...
Not a problem. I'll go right away.
I shall be much obliged.
See you in a minute, Vimy.
Oh,
Yep. Suddenly she appeared. And by doing this, you get a blueprint for the Viper Sword.
Some spilled wine. Nothing else. There's no earring out here, is there?
None.
Maybe the Countess would care to explain what this is about, all jokes aside.
Forgive me. God, this is so embarrassing. Do you know Vesemir? He was
Oh,
a tin
God.
shorter than you, wore a mustache.
Do I know him? Man taught me everything I know.
What? How is he, if you don't mind my asking?
Don't mind at all. But before I answer, I also wouldn't mind knowing how you knew each other.
Oh, I've told no one. Not ever. But I suppose I owe you an explanation. It was the winter of 1234. A beast prowled the streets of Oxenford. A fledder, I believe. A contract was issued, a notice posted, and a witcher appeared. Vesemir, of the School of the Wolf. He came through our estate, tracking the beast. Our eyes met. Something sparked. I wrote him a message, asked my governess to deliver it. He visited, under the cover of night, night after night. On one such occasion, my father heard something. Vesemir had to flee. So quickly, he left behind his gambeson.
Ah, the first piece. The start of your collection.
Yes, but also the end of our love. Father had an arrest warrant issued, then quickly married me off. I was fortunate. My husband died young, leaving me a sizable fortune. And thus, I have lived on memories.
It's sad that she only comes up in this after Vesemir's dead.
Afraid I have bad news.
Oh? Please tell me, did he at least die like a witcher?
No. He died like a hero.
There is that.
He did.
I thank you for tolerating a decrepit madwoman so elegantly.
Please don't say that.
I am old and I am wealthy. I may say what I please. And now, be so kind and leave me to my thoughts.
Died protecting his granddaughter. It went out well. Sorry, don't mind me. I'm just tearing up here. So sweet.
I've heard many tales.